As we celebrate Father's Day, I'm reminded of a friend of mine. Years ago, he took his daughter to a concert, and not just any concert. It was the concert every young girl wanted to see, the boy band NSYNC. My friend wanted to make this night as special as possible for his little girl, and so he went all out, singing along in the car, wearing his own NSYNC t-shirt, and even fighting his way through the crowds of paparazzi and screaming fans to get the band's autograph on his daughter's CD. He said he never felt more out of place or ridiculous, but he'd also never cared less about it. The glow of pure delight and his daughter's shrieks of excitement made everything worth it. In the end, he didn't care how ridiculous he looked. He only cared about bringing his child joy. I think that story is a great reminder of the type of love God shows for us as our Father. He says in the Gospel of Matthew, "Which of you, if your son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him?" We can see directly and concretely the nature of God's fatherhood in the deep relationship Jesus had with him. This was a relationship that stretched back to eternity and took Jesus through his crucifixion to his resurrection and return to the Father's glory in his ascension. But sometimes the Father heart of God can be forgotten when we consider God's transcendent attributes, such as his power, wisdom, holiness, sovereignty, and divinity. We need to remember just how personally he cares for us, knows all our dreams and fears, and passionately wants to bless us with his best. He loves us perfectly, preparing us for an eternal union and communion with him as his glorified children. He doesn't care what it looks like to pursue those along with us. What he truly cares about is giving us good gifts and sharing that experience of joy alongside us. So this Father's Day, remember my friend fighting through those screaming crowds to get his daughter's CD signed. And think of how much more your Heavenly Father loves you and wants more than anything to give you all good gifts. I'm Joseph Tkach, speaking of life.